For as long as I could remember, the city never slept. Machines roared in the factories. Digital billboards flickered in the streets. Houses pulsed with cold air in summer, warm heat in winter. Cars lined the highways, their headlights cutting through the darkness like fireflies in a storm. We thought the energy would last forever. Then one night the lights died. And they never came back. Welcome back to EcoNightmares, where we unveil the true horror stories of nature. Tonight, we bring you a nightmare that isn't just a story. It's real. And it's happening right now. At first, it was just a few blackouts. Nothing serious. A flicker here, an outage there. The news said the power grid was overloaded. The energy companies said it was temporary. Then gas prices exploded. People started missing work because they couldn't afford the fuel to drive. Factories shut down. Farms couldn't run their irrigation pumps. Supermarkets had nothing to sell because trucks had no diesel to deliver food. When winter came, it came like a monster. The gas heaters stopped working. Families huddled in the dark, wrapped in blankets, burning their furniture just to stay warm. Then the air turned thick with smog. With no electricity, people burned anything: coal, plastic, even old clothes. The sky turned gray. The streets smelled like burning oil. Breathing felt like swallowing ash. Hospitals overflowed with children struggling to breathe. The elderly collapsed in the streets. There was no medicine, no ambulances, no help. Then the explosions started. The oil refineries, running on empty, became ticking bombs. One by one, they burst into flames. First in the industrial zones, then near the ports, then in the cities themselves. Thick black smoke rose like a funeral bonfire, blotting out the sun. Water ran dry. Dams failed. The rivers turned toxic from factory waste. Food ran out. People fought for scraps. Some tried to flee to the countryside, but there was nowhere left to run. The farms had died years ago. The soil had turned to dust. All because we burned too much. All because we took and never gave back. One night my little brother asked me, "Did we do this?" I couldn't answer. Then, from the ruins, something changed. A few survivors found a way. They built solar panels from scraps. They constructed wind turbines from old metal. Someone restored an abandoned hydropower plant. At first, it seemed impossible. The world had been built on oil, coal, and gas for so long that no one believed anything else could work. But necessity is the mother of invention. And suddenly, the lights returned. Not everywhere. Not all at once. But slowly, the darkness lifted. The first real breakthrough came when an old engineer rigged together solar panels on the rooftops of abandoned buildings. The sun, once an afterthought, became the lifeline of the new world. As long as the sun rose, there was energy. No need for fuel. No pollution. No blackouts. There was an endless supply. Each home could generate its own electricity, free from the grip of failing power companies, making power decentralized. Systems were now resilient. Even if one panel broke, others kept working. Unlike the fragile grids of the past. For the first time in years, people could cook a warm meal, charge a radio, and turn on a light. Then came the turbines. A group of mechanics salvaged parts from old factories and built wind farms in the hills. Energy was consistent. While the sun slept at night, the wind kept turning the blades, producing electricity 24/7. There was no fuel needed. Unlike coal and gas plants that required constant refueling, wind energy was free and limitless. Pollution reduced tremendously. The skies, once choked with black smoke, started turning blue again. The air smelled clean for the first time in decades. And with clean air came healing. With electricity came another miracle: water. An old hydropower dam, abandoned when the collapse began, was repaired. Power was now reliable. Hydroelectric energy ran day and night, rain or shine. Water pumps were revived. Wells, once dry, filled again. Clean water flowed into homes, schools, and hospitals. Farms were reborn. With irrigation systems working again, fields turned green, and food shortages became a thing of the past. The first harvest was small, but it was hope. Freedom from fossil fuels. People no longer had to fight over oil barrels, gas tanks or coal shipments. No more wars over energy. No more price hikes that crushed families. No more dependence on foreign oil moguls. For the first time, power belonged to the people. They had built a world that didn't need to burn to survive. A world where energy came without destruction. The future is here. This isn't just a fantasy. Countries are already running on 100% renewable energy for days at a time. Solar and wind power are cheaper than fossil fuels in many places. Electric cars are replacing gas guzzlers at record speed. The transition is happening. The question is, will we switch before it's too late? This isn't just a story. It's happening now. Heat waves are breaking records. Wildfires are swallowing forests. Cities are drowning under rising seas. Power grids are failing. We are burning through what's left. We have two choices. Stay in the dark. Keep feeding the monster and watch our world collapse, or switch to the future. Solar, wind, hydropower. Energy that lasts. If this story made you think, like, share, and subscribe to EcoNightmares. Stay safe. Stay aware. And I'll see you in the next nightmare. We lost the world once. Will we lose it again? The end of fossil fuels is coming. The only question is, will we choose light before it's too late?